The roots of humility are the superiority of Christ and my spiritual perception of it with the eyes of my heart. That's foundational and root for this disposition to be glad in it. See the difference? He is that, he is superior, and by grace I've seen it. And now humility is born. I'm glad to have it so. I'm pleased that he is exalted above me in every way. That's the essence of humility I'm arguing. The fruits of humility would also be another sermon, and that's the attitudes, words, actions that flow from being glad in the superiority of Christ and being brokenhearted because of my sinful bent to exalt myself. I'll give you an example of what I mean by this fruit, because I think this is, here's where our paths might grow apart if I'm not careful. Philippians 2:3, very famous passage on humility. Paul says in verse 3 of Philippians 2, in humility, dative, probably a dative of instrument, something like that. In or by humility, count others more significant than yourselves. He doesn't equate that remarkable, amazing, Christ-like act of humbling yourself, going down, being self-denying, being sacrificial to serve other people who don't deserve it. That's what he's saying. Count others, the worst of people. Count them more significant. That is, worthy of your Christ-like, humble, crucified service. That's not humility in its essence. That's the act of humility. He says, do that in humility. So I'm distinguishing the essence from the roots and the fruits. And between the fruits, which are gloriously beautiful when they are lived out, between the fruits and the roots, there is this, the disposition of the heart to be pleased with the infinite superiority of Christ over ourselves in every way. Or it's the heart's gladness that Jesus is infinitely greater than we are. We're just so glad to have it so. I hope you, maybe once a day, try this if you don't do it. Once a day, find a little private spot, get down on your knees, hold your hands out and say, I'm not God, and I'm glad. Just do that. It's just really a good habit.